going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Millerdeath Jr., and some of you may know me by my other channel where I play games. But in this channel, I only focus on one game, and that's the greatest game ever made, StarCraft. Now, this is StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, and the first season of 2015 just started, so I figure what better time to start casting. I'm also terrible at StarCraft, so that's another reason why I'm gonna take up casting. Now, I'm down here in the bottom left corner. I play Zerg primarily, and my opponent is up here in the top right corner, and this is AymarEmanuel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. But he will be the red Protoss, and I will be the blue Zerg. Now, pretty standard opening. He's coming out for a scout, and I'm sending my Overlord out for a scout. Now, my plan in this game was to open up completely normal, as Zerg do, and that's well, normal how I do, and that's you know, my natural first, and then gas, and then pool. But you'll see that I have to verge from that a little bit, because this little probe here isn't just for scouting purposes. Now, he's coming over here. Now, what I do is I see that he's coming over there, so I click my Overlord, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep an eye on him, because I don't want any cheese going on in my base. And just as I predicted, he is going to drop that pylon. I was sending my drone out for a natural, but I pulled him back, and I went ahead and built my pool and my gas right away before my natural, because I need to stop this. I'm only taking 2 drones off the line because you don't want to send too many off. So I just took 2 off because I didn't want to overreact to it. And I do chase him back into my drones, and boom! Chased him into my drone line. He made the mistake of running right into the heart of the swarm. I'm more like the butt crack of the swarm because they're just drones. But he ran right in, and I took that opportunity to go ahead and get the surround on the probe, killed off the probe, and that pretty much shut down his entire little cannon rush plan. Now, I know his pylon is still there. I'm playing it a little risky. I should have killed it because I did not know, but if he, you know, by some chance had warp gates at this point, he could warp in units. I went ahead and took the risk, finished my pool, and I'm going to get some Zerglings out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kill off that pylon with these Zerglings, and before long, I think I do take my natural, because I know I shut down that. So, now let's take a look at our Protoss player up here. He has not taken his natural yet. Granted, it's only 4 minutes into the game, so I mean, he didn't fast expand. That's what a lot of people do, at least when I was on gold. There, I do take out that pylon. Now, he's getting 2 gateways and a cybernetics core, and he's getting gas. He is saving up a lot of energy on his Nexus, which means, I mean, granted, like I said, this is a lower league. I think this is silver. He was silver, and in this game, unfortunately, this season I am bronze. I was you know, you see, I caught that probe with my Overlord coming out of the base, and I went ahead and just shut him down because I didn't want him coming in and trying to cheese me again. So I caught that. Now we got a minute here. Let me explain what happened. There's my natural finally coming down. Last season, the end of 2014, was my first season ever playing in the ladder in general in StarCraft. And I got lucky, well, unlucky, I'd like to say, and I got put in gold. There he is. Now he's using his freaking whatever it's called. I'm not a Protoss player. I forget the words. Chrono Boost. He's using his Chrono Boost. He's starting to Chrono Boost out. He's actually Chrono Boosting out probes now, which, I mean, maybe he was just forgetting to use it. Over here I am getting my Roach Warren, and my natural is just about to be up. He still has not taken his natural, and he's adding on a Twilight Council, so he is either going to go fast ET or fast Archon. We'll see in a minute. Now, as I was saying, I was gold because 2 of the dudes in my original 5 placement matches, Swift Mercy's online. Hopefully it doesn't message me. It probably will. 2 of the dudes in my placement matches quit, which put me in gold. And it kind of sucked because I was a new player. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't very good. I deserved bronze. But since I got 2 wins in my placement matches, it put me in gold. So I kind of got screwed. So this season when I started out, since, you know, I was in gold, yeah, I got put in gold, and I had a pretty bad loss, or win-loss record, because I was terrible. because it was my first time playing. I was new. And so I had like 50 wins to 70 losses or something like that. So it put me, when this new season started, it put me down into bronze. And it didn't take me long, as you just saw on the screen. I just got promoted to silver after just a few games because I was already, up there. And so I'm in silver now. And this game is actually, I am in silver this game. But I played through bronze for a little bit today and got up to silver. Now let's get back to the game. Enough about me. He is chrono boosting out stuff. He is getting a Templar Archives. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a Templar Archives when I said no. He now he is looking to get DTs and/or Archons. This is the Twilight Council. Doesn't have Zealot legs yet. He is researching Warp Gate, which is good. Lower League players generally don't get Warp Gates. It's kind of late for him to be getting Warp Gates, but better late than never. At the 8.5 minute mark. Now I've got my natural up. I don't have many drones over there, but I'm building up a little army because I haven't scouted them. Because I'm a noob and I don't scout apparently. I haven't scouted them in a while. But let's pull up the APM real quick. I'm at we're about even. I'm at about 59 average APM. He's about 46. And I am pretty good with my APM after playing Gold League for so long. I've gotten good at it. I use all my hotkeys. And let's actually take a look at our visions real quick. See how we're using our APMs. He's doesn't have anything hotkeyed, it looks like. He's just kind of skating around, doing whatever. He does have Archons coming out, as you see there. So I may be in trouble. Let's take a look at my vision. I do see right there. I saw the Archon, and just went ahead and chased my Overlord out. And I do not want to engage that with my Zerglings, so I was going to send in my Roaches to see if I could do a little bit of damage there. But he does pull back, so I pull back because I don't want to force an engagement that I don't have to make. I did lose an Overlord, which kind of sucked, but I'm going to pull my army back here to the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and do my creep inject, or my larva injects, which is really important. And just kind of chill here on my army. And we'll go ahead and look at everyone else's visions later. Now, the reason why I wanted to showcase this game is it is a great example of how position is everything in StarCraft 2. He still has not taken his natural, so I mean he's doing Archon Zealot and more Zealots off of one base. Now that is a bad idea for him. I don't remember at what point he does take his natural. I think he does eventually take it, but his army even off of one base it is looking pretty threatening. I'm going to go ahead, after seeing those Archons, I don't want him to come at me without me knowing it. I want to have a good head start on knowing when he's coming. So I'm going to break that rock. So now he cannot get over to my base at all, or my side of the map at all. There's rocks up here, and now there's a wall here, and there's a wall down here. So he cannot get over to my side of the map without breaking down those rocks. And I am going to send my Overlord up there because I don't have vision right here, so I can't really see when he's going to start taking down those rocks. And that's what I want to know. There he is. He is taking his natural now. But as I was saying, I want to know when he's coming. So I am going to keep an eye on those rocks. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take the gold because I'm a baller like that. I want a gold base. So I am going up to 3 base, 1 being gold, and he is just now taking his natural at 12-minute mark. So I am probably about even with him on income because as Zerg, you want to be a base ahead, obviously. Pretty much everyone knows that. Even me as a lowly Silver League now. You always, as Zerg, you always want to be a base ahead. Now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to scout just to make sure he's not trying to take a third, because this would be considered the third on this map, I believe. So I just want to make sure he's not trying to sneak a third. And I am getting my Overlord up there slowly but surely because I have not gotten that dang speed upgrade yet. So I do slowly but surely get my Overlord up there, so I now have vision. I can now see when he is coming through those rocks. And he's just massing up his army. He's starting to introduce stalkers into the army. And it's looking pretty terrifying, but me down here, I do have quite the army. I have Ling speed. I believe I have Roach speed as well. Yeah, I have Roach speed, Ling speed, and my army is not looking too bad, but with those Archons, it's not much. So I am pretty far behind on the army count here. Let's take a look at our units lost. Nothing really. He's lost 3 units. I think those were probes. I don't remember what those were. and mine was an Overlord. So he's lost 274, and I've lost 100. So I'm doing pretty good on resources lost. Let's take a look at production. I've got that speed upgrade for the Overlords I was talking about, and also Zerg missile attack level 2. I haven't been looking at the upgrades, but I am at 1-1, and he is at 0-0-0. So I am looking really good. He's not making a whole lot compared to me. I'm making, you know, all of this. He's making a couple more zealots, so that's good. Let's take a look at the army count. I have 82 and he's got 91 for active forces, so I am way behind compared to his army. He could wipe my army out anytime he wanted to, but that's exactly why I have this here. Oh, yeah, there I am trying to scout his base. I do drop I dropped some changelings in there. He noticed it, unfortunately, so he went ahead and took them out. Kind of sucks, but you know. But he's just sitting up here with his army, just kind of chilling. Doesn't have much of his natural. I think I actually noticed that with my Overlord when I flew through, so I was saying, wow, I'm really far ahead of this guy. I've got my third base, just getting up and running, and he's got nothing but gas in his natural. But that does mean he's really gas heavy, which makes sense because he's got all these Archons. Archons are gas heavy. Now, I am still trying to get a little bit of a scout in there. I'm going back up here to make sure. I know he doesn't have this base. I'm going back up here to make sure he hasn't snuck that base. And I believe I'm starting to get Hydralisks. Yeah, I do have my Hydralisk done up. I do start. Yep, there's the first Hydralisk on the field. So, and I've got my 2-2 on the way. So I'm looking good. He's still sitting at zeros, all around. So my army is starting to look a lot more terrifying compared to his. With my 2-2 finishing before his 1-1, I don't even know if he's working on 1-1. Does he even have any forges? No, he doesn't even have a single forge, so he is not intending to upgrade at all. So this game not only showcases how powerful positioning is, as I was saying earlier, it also, LZ, I don't know if he's saying lols or like he's bored or what. But it was kind of boring getting started. But it showcases how important positioning is in StarCraft 2, as well as how important the frickin' upgrades are. Because I'm going to have 2-2. See here, I've got 2-1. And he still doesn't have a single forge. So I don't know what upgrades he even has. Let's take a look. I need to learn the hotkeys for that. This is my first time casting a game, so I don't know the hotkeys yet. You know, he's getting Zealot Charge right now, or he's got Zealot Charge from Warp Gates. I have all this. I've got 2-1, I've got Zergling Speed, I've got Roach Speed, and I've got Overlord Speed. So I'm doing okay on upgrades. I really should be getting more. I should be getting those Hydralisk upgrades to give my Hydralisk some more range and some more speed off creep. But, you know, YOLO. I don't need it. And let's take a look at active forces. He is still way ahead of me in supply. So that is not good for me, but with my upgrades and his lack of them, I'm doing okay. So I mean, this whole game is just kind of sitting back and just kind of massing up an army, which I'm not doing so well at. He is sending an Overlord in to try and scout what I have. I don't have any Overseers mixed in with my army, so I'm not going to see that. So he's going to get a good look. He sees there that the rocks are down, so he's going to have to break those. And it looks like he's going to come up here and he's going to see that I have the gold base. Now, right away, that's going to trigger his army. He's going to say, oh, I got to go destroy that gold base because he's going to get some mass income. He is going for his third now. And I do see that with my Overseer up there. So I know, uh-oh, I have to act soon because the Protoss on 3 base is scary. Now, this being a new map and a new map pool, he probably is not familiar with it. So he thought he could get up there to my gold base with his army and take it out. But he realizes he can't. So he's going to come down here, and he's going to have to destroy this rock wall. Now, with the positioning of my Overlord there, I see his army is right here, and I know, uh-oh, he's coming through. So, like the stupid idiot I am, I send my whole army in here, and then I go, wait a minute, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm going to take out his army. And then I thought, oh no, I don't want to take out his army in here, he's going to way overpower me. So I pull back, and quick thinking on my feet, I go ahead and destroy this wall too. Which, perfect for me, it separates his army, hurting a couple zealots there. So it separated almost all the zealots from his army. So I now have an advantage here. I now have a much higher supply count than him, which almost evens out because Zerg units are a lot weaker to Protoss units. He's just kind of sitting here, can't figure out how to break the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and this is what I was talking about positioning. I want to get a concave here because I know he's going to be coming out, and my army is nothing compared to this. So I need to get a concave on there, and we're just kind of playing the waiting game right here. And I'm going to go in and, you know, kind of push him back a little bit. Me having this concave here is really nice because almost all of my units are attacking, and only a couple of his were. So I scare his army back there. And, you know, it was a smart move by him because there was no way he was breaking through that. Now with my concave. And let's go ahead and take a look at my vision again. Now, I'm still scared that he's going to come through, so I'm going to keep my units there. And I'm going to go ahead and start macroing up a little bit, I think. No, I guess I threw macro to the wayside. Now, he sends a little bit more through. I see that he's sending a little bit more through. Little did I know is that was just a distraction to try and distract me, because what he's doing is he's taking his army over here, and he's going to try and take the back way. So he's going to try and surprise me, well, you know, if he can figure it out. If he can figure out how to get through, you know, walls there. So he is going to come through the side and try and surprise me. But I sent an overlord over there because I want to make sure he's not coming through there. And what do I see? I see exactly what I was trying to make sure doesn't happen. I see that he's trying to come through the back way. He killed off he killed off a one of his own zealots because I guess he thought that it was a changeling, but it wasn't. So he just killed one of his units. And I see that he's coming through here, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to set up another concave because I know that's the only way I'm going to take out his army. So I set up this concave, and he brings his whole Protoss death ball up here, and I just completely annihilate his army here with my concave. Now, granted, I do have a huge upgraded advantage. I've got 2-2 and he's got all zeros, but it was also that concave. I am on 4 base, he is on 3 base, barely mining from his 3rd, and I just wiped out his entire army. I do have some swarm hosts in here, and I'm coming back up here to make the counterattack. But I don't even have to, because as you'll see here in a couple seconds, my opponent, I guess he just realized that he was completely outnumbered with almost all my army surviving that. He's got an observer on my army, and he just leaves the game because he knows it's over. So that just goes to show you how powerful a good concave and good upgrades can be. Now, especially in the lower level games like this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. This is my first cast, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on this channel, and you know, I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to go ahead and cast a lot more. If anyone watches this wants to see some of their replays casted, go ahead and send them to me at millerdeathstarcraft@gmail.com. That's millerdeathstarcraft@gmail.com. And I'll go ahead and cast your games. Just send them to me, and I'll cast them any level. And until then, I'll just keep casting my own games, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Maybe I'll get some live games in there. And thank you all so much for stopping by and watching. We should do this again sometime. Later.